I am here today with the JJRC H20H. It's a little hexacopter, really cool. So let's get ready to get it out of the box here and get it ready for flight. Go over some of the features. Here are the instructions. Just a little pamphlet. So it's got some Chinese. It has some. It's kind of nice. These are color instructions. So a lot of Chinese, but it also has English. It kind of tells you everything in English there. So yeah. So there's several diagrams on the instructions. Fairly easy to understand. You have the little diagram here for the remote. What each button does. So that makes it a lot easier. Alright, so this is it. It feels really sleek, feels really good. It's got like a little covering of some kind of like rubbery type plastic. I really like that. It feels really compact. It's got a little blue smiley face thing here in the front. JJRC logo on the top. I like the color. It's a nice bright color. You can probably see it well outside. I haven't flown this one yet. I charged the battery, but I have not flown it. You can remove the battery, so you could potentially get more batteries for your little hexa here. And this battery here is a 150 milliamp hour battery. It's a 3.7 volt. So very cool. It got the yellow propellers on the front. It's got the black props here, the fore and the back. Got the transmitter here. Transmitter uses 2 AA batteries, and we have a little bag here with some extra propellers, the charging cable. So we got a little screwdriver comes with, has some extra props, a full set of extra propellers, so 6 extra props, 2 yellow and 4 black, and the charging cable. So you got power right here. I already have batteries inserted, so you got power. Then you have your upper right shoulder button is going to be used for flipping and rolling. The left shoulder button here is going to be used for to shift gear, so to shift rates. So you can go through 3 different rates: low, medium, and high rate. It's a mode 2, so your pitch and your roll are going to be on your right, and your yaw and your throttle are going to be on your left there. Press on the right stick and it goes into headless mode. You press it again and it goes out of headless mode. Headless mode, if you press this button, headless mode and auto return. The left stick here, it does one key start and 1 key stop. Then you got your trim buttons here, and that's it. That's pretty much it. So let's try it out. Let's put the battery in. So the battery is in, then it's plugged in. So here's the on and off switch in the back. You can see you can turn it on. So I'm turning it on. It's got some blue LEDs in the front there, make the face kind of light up a little bit. And then it's got some red LEDs in the back. They're not really that visible, especially during the day. So we got the hexa here. It's already on. Now I'm going to turn on the remote, turn on the transmitter, and I'm going to go just up and down, and it should be bound. So you go up on the left stick, you go up and down, and it binds it. So it quits blinking, and the propeller should be ready to go. So you press here on the left stick and it turns on the propellers. So let me show that. So the propellers are going just by pressing on the left stick. So that's kind of nice mechanism that you can turn on the propellers on and off with just the press of a switch. It has something called altitude hold, which helps it stabilize in the air. So it makes it a lot easier to fly, especially indoors. That feature and outdoors as well. It helps just keep it stable, that way you don't have to mess with the throttle so much to try to keep it in place. So it makes it a little bit easier to fly. So let's start the props again. and let's take it up in the air and see how it does. And this is on the first rate. Okay, this is a little bit of a warning here to you, because I didn't know this. I just found this out. So when you go to take off from a table, like if you're indoors, you got to be very careful, because the quad, when you first so you initiate the motors and you go up, it just shoots up. And if it's, you know, like in the surface right here, that first time when I just went up with the throttle, you can even if you do it slow, it's gonna shoot up and hit something. So my advice to you is start it off from the ground. So I'm gonna set it up on the ground and start it that way, and it should be fine, because it'll just shoot up a little bit, and then you just control the throttle, control the altitude with the throttle. So let me do that. All right, so setting it down on the ground here. I'm doing the same thing. I'm turning on the propellers with thing there. Props are going, and now I'm gonna. It's gonna. Y'all are gonna see it shoot up. See, so the thing comes up automatically, and then you can fly it. And then you can fly it normal. And it, you know, the altitude hold works really well indoors. I mean, that's how stable this thing is indoors right now. Very, very stable, super stable, and that's on the first rate there. I'm gonna switch it over to the second rate. So with right shoulder button, switch it over to the second rate. And this is actually a very good quadcopter for a beginner, because it's very easy to control with the altitude hold. Makes it very easy. So if you can see there, you can just do nice little turns. Not bad. Yaw wise, oops. I just had a little crash, and it. If you, after a crash, it may start acting weird. Like, you know, after you start it may go one direction or another direction. So what you do is you calibrate the gyros on it, and the way you do that is you hold both buttons. You hold both sticks to the right side, to the right lower corner, and it beeps, and then the little right light flashes, and that means that the gyros are calibrated. So that way you won't have any problem. I'm gonna get it back up in the air, and then we'll see the third rate and do some flips. So let's get it up. You see it there, it kind of shoots up. It shoots up a little bit, and then it stabilizes. So that's good. All right, so let's go straight to the third rate. 3 beeps, and oh man, very super. I'm just trying to. It's hard to unless you're moving forward. It's kind of hard to keep an orientation with this one, man. Especially on the third rate, because after I did the yaw, let me show the yaw on this thing. I mean, it is super fast. Go down. Nice thing is you don't have to worry about the altitude thing here, but this is a yaw. Super fast. It's got a really, really fast yaw. Very cool. I mean, this is very, very cool. A lot of fun to fly around, but kind of hard to keep orientation, because that little blue light is difficult to see. All right. Okay, so it yaws super fast, but it is difficult to keep orientation, because the propellers are difficult to see. You know, it just all looks yellow when it's up in the air, and it all kind of looks, it blends together, and the little blue LED is kind of hard to see. So if you yaw kind of fast, then it's difficult to get orientation, but it's a pretty cool flyer. It's flying really, really well so far. Get it up in the air. Okay, and now let's do some flips. So let me bring it over here, and we'll see how it does with flips. So pretty good flips. Okay, let's do a sideways flip. Cool. All right. So yeah, the flips work really well. You know, if you're standing up, you can see it better. Yeah, you can be way more acrobatic with it, and flies really well. almost lost it there. Pretty cool. Do a little flip right there. Very cool. Alright guys, so that was the first basic flight there with the JJRC H20.